Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to welcome you to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Daily Recap, where we give you a recap of all of the hot topics that we covered that day. You can catch them in their long format and also catch it fully streaming for free on Apple Podcasts. I'm going to be frank with you guys. I didn't really see much to talk about today. And then all of a sudden, Mitch sent me over this topic or whatever. And then all of a sudden the floodgates opened up. I was like, wait a minute. What's going on here, right? So he sent me over this post here, and it was absolutely hilarious, right? Absolutely hilarious. And it's from X. And I want to show you the post, the language. It says, the Lakers will have Bronny James and Chris Mannon compete for one of their final roster spots leading up to the regular season. Los Angeles re-signed Manning on a two-way deal earlier this summer, but his versatile defense could eventually earn him a spot on the main roster. And this post has been seen 260,000 times. Let me tell you why this is hilarious. The reason that this is hilarious is because if this is true, it really signifies just how much of an influence LeBron had on the roster and on the team, rather. Because everyone worth their salt knew that the only reason that this guy made it on the team was because of his dad's presence, right? And let me just say this. Bronny seems like a much more likable person than LeBron. It's just the truth. He seems way more likable when he talks. You can have no issues with him, right? His father is very polarizing, but he seems extremely cool, down to earth, like super cool dude. Like based off of, I think pretty much everyone would agree with that. He looks mad, like he seems like a really cool person. So this is not a personal thing. But in terms of this also signifies that the Lakers are now serious. They are officially out of the clown show business, which is essentially what they had been in for quite some time. The Lakers were a clown show. And when they drafted Bronny, you knew it was a clown show. Because everything that ensued after that draft, after he was brought to the team, just further signified that. I'll give you guys a perfect example. First night opening night, he played, right? Played for like a few minutes with his dad, and then left. And then they were like, he's going to the G League. So it's like, wait a minute. You guys are just openly admitting that he's not good enough to be playing, but instead you're going to put him out here so they can have this photo op. And then from that, he's going to be, from then forward, he's going to be sent to the G League. That's number one. Number two, when he was in the G League, we started hearing, Bronny would not be traveling with the team, his G League team, the South Bay Lakers. That instead he'll be traveling with the Lakers on the road. And it was like, but wait a minute, then I don't understand. Like, why is he not going through the whole process like a G League player would go through? That rubs some people the wrong way. Then, of course, the media silence. You weren't allowed to criticize Bronny in any way, shape, or form. And if you did so, LeBron James going to run down on you in the middle of a damn game to give you an earful over you daring to talk about his son. Everybody handled him with kid gloves. Everyone. But then you had the part that the league played. Because going into that game, going into his first year, you had the NBA promoting summer league games with Bronny and Victor Wembanyama. Just think about that for a second. They were headlining Victor Wembanyama with Bronny James. This is the kind of stuff that they were doing. So the Lakers themselves turned into a clown show. And even some former NBA players are like, they don't think the guy's ready. It's nothing personal. Some people were saying, like Kenyon Martin, he should have stayed in college. There's nothing wrong with saying that, right? So now that this year came along, the summer came along, there were even talks of, could Bronny be a package deal with LeBron? I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean a package deal for LeBron James? Like, I was confused by that. And it just got to the point where the thing just seemed like one big gimmick at this point, like one big clown show. And it's like, okay, this is no longer a serious story anymore. It's no longer a serious story. When you had the coach coming out like, yeah, he has a great soul, and I'm like, what does his soul have to do with basketball? Like, what does any of that have to do with the game of basketball? It has nothing to do with it. So be hearing this story, it's good news, because now it means he's going to earn his chops, as everyone should. The NBA, making it to the NBA isn't your right. No, it isn't a birthright. You got to earn it. And not only do you have to earn it to get there, you got to keep earning it to stay there. Go look up the average lifespan of an NBA career, an NBA player's career. It's very short. Was it 6 years? Something like that? Or 4 to 6 years? It's a short period of time. And given the fact that Bronny is the son to a billionaire, that will make some people feel even like they'll feel a kind of way about that. So you better be good enough, because the last thing people want to see is you taking up the spot for someone that's more deserving, and you're there. People don't want to see that. That's not going to make people happy. Absolutely not. So look, man, this is good news. This is absolutely good news. And you got to earn your keep. This is no longer the LeBron. And this is one of the reasons why the fan base wanted LeBron gone. They wanted to get away from the antics. I remember when that whole thing was going down and there was all of this excitement. I'm like, but what does this mean for the Lakers themselves? How do the Lakers as a franchise, as a fan base, benefit off of this? How? The Laker fan base wants to win championships. That's what they want. So this entire move had nothing to do with that. That's why a lot of Laker fans didn't buy in. That's one of the reasons why they want this thing. They wanted it to be over with. They wanted LeBron off the team. It's things like this that cause them to feel this way. So when you hear pieces of news like this, they're like, great. When LeBron, we found out he was leaving, there were some Laker fans saying, great, take your son with you. This is what they were saying, not me. This is what they were saying. They wanted to be done with the entire clown show. Because let's not get it wrong. That's exactly what the Lakers became. They became the #1 clown show in the NBA. And I mean that. Them signing, that was the ultimate sign. Because it had nothing to do with winning. It had everything to do with the story. And I remember when that story came out, Rob Pelinka said it. We want to make history to be the first franchise to have a father and son duel. That's what Rob Pelinka. So at that point, they had fully bought into the clown show. Fully. And then Luka came along, and then all of a sudden, things changed. Today from Fadeaway World, and I want to just read the headline. It says, Tony Allen waves the white flag against the LeBron fans. I don't want to smoke. And I was like, what? Now, as you guys know, Tony Allen, we've done shows about it. Early this week, he took some exceptions to some of the things that LeBron James has been saying. One of them being that LeBron said that he felt like he should have been the MVP the year that Marc Gasol won it. And as you guys know, Tony Allen played for Memphis and also was Marc Gasol's teammate. And he called him out for that. We've done shows about it. Everyone has reacted to it. And he even went on other podcasts to kind of give his two cents. Then I guess the story started picking up some steam. Then he doubled down, right? He doubled down, and I thought that was the end of it. But now it looks like these LeBron goblins have gotten to him. So I want to read from this article here before we get to the sound. It says, NBA Defensive Player of the Year candidate Tony Allen has officially waved the white flag after finding himself on the wrong end of a massive backlash from LeBron James fan base. Speaking to the Baja podcast, Allen said that he underestimated how large and vocal LeBron supporters are, joking he wanted no part of an online war. I want you guys to listen to what he had to say to the Baja podcast, the Theo Penson and these guys. And then we're going to come back and react to this and probably keep reading to take a listen to that there.
And like I said, man, I did not know LeBron James was that heavy in media. Boy, I promise you, I don't want no smoke. I'm coming on the Baja right now, man. Tell all this, what y'all call them, the sexuals, the Bron sexuals. Hey, man, hey, tell them truce, Lil Bruce.
Truce.
Tell them truce, Lil Bruce, for real. Straight
You
up,
want
man,
no
out the
smoke,
mud.
huh?
Tell them they, hey,
You want no
tell them they
smoke.
can send some of that love to the Baja out the mud, man. Hey, since they so motherfucking deep, we see how deep they is. Damn,
Hey.
they was on my head. They was on my head, bro.
Boy, you say something about you. There's a lot of Bron haters, but there's a lot of people who love that man too. Good Lord, boy. It could get real diabolical out there. It could get real
I'm already
diabolical.
knowing. I'm already knowing, man. But meanwhile, y'all think they gonna win it this year? While we talking about them, they gonna win it?
That's a great question. Because on
They,
paper, I know we don't play on paper. They shit.
If they healthy, I don't see nobody beating them.
Yeah.
my only concern is, what does that do for my boy Maxie with all those
They,
ball dominant guys? That's my only
You got to take
question.
a back seat.
I don't think it's a
After
back
coming
seat.
out the mud, oh no. After coming out the
I
mud,
think
y'all
I think
pressure.
I
Y'all
think he's gonna
pressure.
still have the keys though. Like I still think they're gonna let
Where you
him be
gonna have
him.
the keys to let somebody drive?
I think he could just be him, be a scorer. Because now you got Bron, he could be your facilitator.
Yeah,
You know,
Bron ain't trying to average 20. I
Bron
don't
not
think
trying
so.
to average 20 no more, bro.
I
That
don't
takes too
think
much
so.
energy. He could go out there and
So
pass the
y'all
ball a couple
saying,
times.
listen, hi, listen to this. So you telling me Brian going over to the play like Jordan was in the Wizards?
Nah, he going to
Nah, I ain't going to do
nah,
that.
nah, nah,
So
not
what
that
you
man.
saying, Brian? What you
Nah, I ain't
said
going to do
Brian
that.
ain't trying to average 20. What?
He
Low
going
key.
he
He
going
can
to
average
average
a
15.
triple-double.
He going to average 16, 8 and 8.
Damn near, yeah. That's good. That's solid.
That's all he needs.
For a 42-year-old?
That's elite.
Shit.
So you heard that. Now, I want to continue a little bit on with the article. It says, during his appearance on the Chris Vernon show, Allen dismissed the idea that James was a great defensive player and said that if Gasol had not won the award, he deserved it more than LeBron. Allen claimed that LeBron's reputation as an excellent defender is based largely on chase down blocks rather than consistently shutting down opposing stars. Allen even challenged fans to identify a superstar like LeBron James consistently locked down defensively during a particular season. And as expected, those comments spread like wildfire across social media, starting a massive debate between supporters of both players. LeBron fans flooded social media defending the four-time champion's defensive resume, posting highlight clips and criticism of Allen, which forced him to take a much lighter tone during the latest podcast appearance. While Allen's surrender might have been a joke, it highlighted how passionate LeBron's fan base remains even after two decades in the NBA. Look, this is what they do. This is what they do. Even on X, I have an X account. Make sure you guys follow me on there, JRTABANSI. That's my handle. LeBron fans follow me. If I post anything, LeBron fans are the first ones to respond. They're the first ones, right? They are the first ones. These guys don't play about LeBron, man. They are in love with him, truly. Now, the whole defensive thing, I don't think LeBron fans are serious people at all. LeBron is going on 24 years. He's probably going to play 25 years. And he played consistent defense for 6 of them. What was LeBron doing all these other years? That's why people were pushing back on that list. Who put up the list? Wasn't that Bleacher Report? Of course. Of course. Bleacher Report. Like that's like CNN putting out a fluff piece on Joe Biden or Fox News putting out a fluff piece on Donald Trump. Like, are you being serious? That's your source? Those are the people that are. So, like, please spare me with that list. And Bleacher Report has turned themselves, they've turned themselves into one of the biggest troll accounts in media, right? They're viewed mostly as trolls. But in terms of them, this is what they do. This is what LeBron fans do. They try to go at you and go at you and go at you and go at you. But there's a simple solution. Just don't read their comments. They'll just be fighting in the comment section with themselves. Don't read their comments. That's all you got to do. But if you want to say you want to start fighting with LeBron fans don't fight with logic. They say anything to win debates. Anything. And there's no line that's too far for them to cross. They will talk about your parents, your uncle. There's no line for them. Because they have to defend this guy, their king. This is just the fan base. They are a very, very toxic fan base, especially when they feel threatened. They're not even NBA fans. They don't like basketball. They like LeBron James. I've said it before. People laugh when I say it. Ask a LeBron James who's his favorite players. They'll tell you LeBron. Ask them who his second favorite player is. They'll tell you Bronny James. That's just them, right? That is just them. You can listen to them on the internet, having emotional breakdowns on the internet. Just watch their videos. They're always hollering and screaming and shouting, and this is how they behave. This is literally how they behave. So, Tony Allen, like that's what they do. That's exactly what they do. So I'm not surprised by it at all. Lord have mercy. All hell and broken loose. Or broke loose or broken loose, whatever one you want to call it. And this time it involves Stephen A. Smith. I don't know, man. I think Stephen A. Smith got somebody that be out there like looking for stuff that they say about him, because he never misses an opportunity, especially if it's from somebody that has like a public figure. Right? If it's a public figure and you say something about him, best believe Stephen A. Smith gonna respond to your ass. Like you can bet your bottom dollar on that. So what happened? Mike Wilbon recently did a sit-down interview with Awful Announcing. Awful Announcing, the website we have done many shows on, referencing their reports on the articles and stuff that they publish, right? So he did a sit-down interview, and the video is actually on their YouTube page, and it's called Michael Wilbon, Stephen A. Smith is not a journalist. So what we want to do is we're going to play what Michael Wilbon had to say with Stephen A. Smith, because that's what really set off this entire thing. Take a listen to Michael Wilbon here.
Stephen A. Smith got upset a few weeks ago when Jamel Hill and Draymond Green had a conversation. They talked about how it's hard to be a journalist when you're not in the locker room and showing your face to players every single day.
Yep.
And nobody is questioning Stephen A.'s credentials as a journalist, but is what he does on First Take, is it more journalism or more entertainment at this point?
I'm going to take a page out of Stephen A. now. If he was looking, Stephen A., I'm looking at you. I love you. You know that. Stop. You're not a journalist anymore. You're not doing what you did at the Philly Inquirer. Stop, dude. I know what you did there because I was shoulder to shoulder with you at press row and in press boxes and practice. Yes, practice. Yeah. Allen Iverson's practicing. Stop. No. Stephen A's a show. He's a show. He knows it. He wants to be the show, and he's doing a damn good job at it. That's what he wants to be. He has now spawned a whole generation of people who want to be the show. Good for Stephen. He knows that. When he was in his contract negotiations, I'd call him and I'd say, I know this is going to get done. You can like allude to whatever you allude to. Stephen A. is like a little brother to me and has been that for 30 years. I'm not a journalist anymore. You got to go to practice. You got to show up. When you write that column that's negative about the first baseman, your ass better be at the cage the next day. That's journalism. I didn't hear what was said. Who you said? Who was? It was Jamel and Draymond.
Yeah, and Jamel kind of made that point. And again, she reiterated that Stephen A. was a great journalist when he was working. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
but that's just not what he's doing anymore.
No,
and Stephen A. took some
not
offense
wearing
to that.
$7,000 suits every day if he was a journalist. So Bryant Gumbel could do that, but that's not what Stephen A. is anymore. Yep. And you can try to, what though? We try to hold on to it because it's what we value.
Sure.
We value that more than the show.
Yeah.
But again, Stephen A. didn't take a vow of poverty. Neither did I. And I'm with Jamel and Draymond probably. I didn't hear the exact words. You're relaying this to me for the first time. No. He gets paid to be a know-it-all. That's the gig. And so none of us grew up with thinking that this was going to result, our training, our aspirations were going to result in what we do. No, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm a journalist, and I ain't going to allow him, if he was sitting with me, to say, oh yeah, Wilbon, I'm a journalist. No, you're not. Not anymore. You may go to elements of it when you need to, and you can recall it, but stop. They ain't paying you that much to be a journalist. They're not.
Great. So you heard that. Now, as I said from the beginning, at the beginning of the show, Stephen A. Smith never lets something that's said about him go unchallenged. He's going to get at you. And for as much as Stephen A. Smith talks about he doesn't like people talk, he loves it. I've come to realize that's when LeBron said like he's not going to be sitting in his tidy whities like happy about this. It's that there's truth to it. And he took to his show and he absolutely went off. So you heard, what we want to do is we want to play what he had to say here, take a listen to it, and then we'll come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Stephen A. Smith's response to this awful announcing interview.
Let me tell you how slick awful announcing is with all of this and how shady they are. How you present a question matters. I want to applaud them. Nice try. Because you can ask Mike Wilbon a question any way you want to. Mike Wilbon could cuss me out, go to hell off, and tell me I'm not a journalist in my face. I'd still hug him, love him, and we'd still be hanging out the next minute. That's my brother. You don't even understand the level of love I have for that man. That we all do. We revere him, not just love him and trust him. And nothing he said was wrong. Of course I'm not doing what I used to do. Mad Dog Russo is not in the locker room all the time. He's a Hall of Fame radio host. JT the Brick, Mr. Overnight, that's what I call him, because damn it, when you talk about late night radio, I mean, JT the Brick, I can't get enough of him. He's must listen to radio. Nobody comes before him. Adam Shine is here on this station doing exemplary work all the time. He's a radio host. If he does other things, doesn't it come back to him being a radio host? I wasn't trying to imply that I'm a journalist, meaning I'm in the locker room being accountable to the people I talk about every single story or every single angle that I take. I don't have the time. I do 22 hours of live content per week. Over 900 hours a year. I am universally recognized, if for nothing else, my hard work. But because I'm not a beat writer anymore in the locker room, folks want to say I'm not a journalist. You don't get the right to say that. Mike Wilbon does. Because Mike Wilbon has done it.
So you heard what he had to say. What are my thoughts? Look, you know, one of the things that we say, sports and entertainment, you also have to entertain here, right? Entertainment, don't get it wrong. It's also part of the game. And for as much as I'm not a fan of Stephen A. Smith for some reasons, no one is sitting here saying that the guy is not entertaining. He's entertaining, right? And that's something that you should wear as a badge of honor, because remember, sports is an escape for most people. It's a recreational thing. They do it to kind of escape from work and all the other pressures. It's a way to entertain themselves. So if you can manage to do that, you're pretty good at it, right? So I don't think there's anything wrong with entertaining people. I'm not sure why Stephen A. Smith felt offended by that. I think what Michael Wilbon said was 100% on the money. You're no longer in the locker rooms and doing all of these different things because he's elevated. His status is elevated. He's not where he used to be before. That's what comes with elevation. You know, you're not doing the same jobs that you used to do 5, 6, 7 years ago, right? So I don't view it as Wilbon saying that. Now, also, it's fair to say that Stephen A. Smith is also kind of like a hot take artist. And sometimes he gets it right, sometimes he gets it wrong. But I don't think Michael Wilbon meant any particular harm here. I don't think he was trying to take a shot at him or diminish his legacy or just basically say that he doesn't have his journalistic chops and all of that stuff. The man said it himself. He said, I'm busy, I'm moving around, I'm doing shows, I'm doing interviews. That's true. It doesn't take away from his journalism background. No, he's still that. But the act of journalism in the way that it was described, going to locker rooms, writing articles, That has changed. And Michael Wilbon also included himself in the mix. So I don't see it as Wilbon taking a shot at Stephen A. Smith. Maybe you could say awful announcing was, I guess. But I don't think it was something for him to flare up about and get upset about. I really don't. Now, some people could read it in one way or the other. I don't see it that way, right? And I think that's the majority. That's usually what happens, even with those that you call these journalists. They get on TV and they finally get to talk because you want to have your moment. You want to have your moment and you want to stay in that spotlight. So I don't take it as a negative thing. And I didn't think that Michael Wilbon was trying to take a shot at him, nor do I really think awful announcing was, although I'm not Stephen A. Smith and I'm not going to interpret how he feels because he ultimately was the one that was being spoken about. As you guys know, and I told you guys, I don't listen to a lot of people, right? I'm as they call it, a creature of habit. I listen to a few people and that's it. Once in a while, I'll dabble over there, but usually I got the people that I like and that's who I listen to. And one of those people I listen to is Sports and Fitness Rants, right? I'm sure some of you know him, maybe some of you don't know him, but if you don't, y'all should go check him out and make sure you go subscribe to his channel, Sports and Fitness Rants. And he's older than me. I think he's older than me by a few years. I'm 39, so I don't know, he's 42, I think, something like that. But he's older than me by a few years. And I know he's been watching basketball longer than me. And he's been getting at a lot of these LeBron fans, because these LeBron fans are relentless, man. These guys are like the damn vampires from Blade 2, man. When it was in that tunnel. Like every corner you turn, you got LeBron goblins just chasing you down through the tunnel. They everywhere, right? So you fighting 10 over here, you don't know another dude is over there fighting 30 of them. Like that's just the way it is, right? But he's been hearing a lot of the dumbass things that LeBron fans say, and man, do they say a lot of dumbass things. But apparently, and I want to reference the video so you guys can go watch the video for yourself. So the video he published is called LeBron James won more championships during Kobe's primes than Kobe. Like the title alone lets you know the caliber of people we're dealing with. Like, but that's LeBron fans for you. There's nothing they won't say. These people are shameless. Y'all think it's a joke. Y'all be thinking when I say, oh, all they do is sit up there and twerk it up and pour honey all over each other's asses and holler and scream and sit in the corner watching LeBron James highlights with a bucket of honey and choking the hell out of that chicken. You think I'm joking? No, these people are insane. Go watch any of them online. Look how they behave. Look at how they behave. It's unreal. Look at the stuff that they say on X. These people are not serious people. For the fact that you would even try to make this an argument shows you just how unserious you are as a person. So I'm listening to this video while I'm doing my research and doing other stuff. And it gets to the part where he starts talking about, because they were talking about, their Kobe's and LeBron's primes kind of like overlapping. And then they get to the part where they're talking about the Miami Heat. And as you guys know, the Miami Heat went 2-2 in those 4 years, right? And then Sports and Fitness Rants asked the question that I think just absolutely fatalitied the LeBron fans. He said, what would happen if you replace Michael Jordan with LeBron James on the Miami Heat? How many championships do you think they win? How many do you think they win? So I want to play the video now. This is from his channel. And then I'm going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Sports and Fitness Rants here.
So this whole carry thing is a made-up scenario by LeBron James fans, again, to take away from Kobe Bryant. Dwayne Wade, think about how bad LeBron James was in 2011. LeBron James was so bad, Dwayne Wade couldn't even carry him across the finish line. Right? Was Kobe Bryant so bad that Shaq was struggling carrying him? I mean, it's weak stuff. Kobe Bryant lifted up his end. He's picked up his own slack. LeBron James was so bad, Dwayne Wade could not even carry him. Right? That's why I laughed in that other video when that clown, Real Talk, he tried to compare Dwayne Wade to Michael Jordan. He said if you put Dwayne Wade in the 80s and 90s, he's doing the same ish as Michael Jordan. You think Michael Jordan on the Miami Heat in 2011 is going to let LeBron James goof that finals up for him? You think Michael Jordan's going to stand by and let LeBron James jack it all up after they're up 2-1? Get that. Dwayne Wade and Michael Jordan, not even close, man. Not even close. There's no way Michael Jordan goes 2 for 2 in the finals on that team. There's no way, again, he lets LeBron James goof that up. But Anyway, so Kobe Bryant got the 3 championships with the Lakers and then won back-to-back championships. So we're talking about 5 championships during his prime. 5 titles during his prime. But you're saying that LeBron James won more during Kobe's prime. How many did he win during Kobe's prime? 2? Maybe if you want to count 12 and 13, 2 championships in his prime during Kobe's prime. But where was LeBron James in 2009? Where was LeBron James in 2010? Where was LeBron James in 2008? Where was he during those seasons when Kobe Bryant was in his prime and LeBron James was in his prime and they were promoting LeBron James as the favorite out of the East? You guys got no energy for this stuff, though. Where was he then? He didn't want to see Kobe Bryant. He ducked the smoke of Kobe Bryant. That's what he did. But you're talking about, yeah, he won more in Kobe's prime. He won 2 championships, man. 2 championships. All right? And again, the teams that LeBron James was getting beat by, the 2009 Orlando Magic, the 2010 Boston Celtics, Kobe Bryant led his team over those guys, doing more with less than LeBron James ever did. LeBron James did less with more than Kobe Bryant did. So you say Kobe Bryant, because during Kobe's prime, then Kobe won after LeBron entered the league. So LeBron James entered the league in 2004, right? Kobe Bryant won 2 championships after LeBron James entered the league, 2009, 2010. So he went to 3 straight finals, right, and won 2 of the 3. But you're saying that he didn't win as much as LeBron James won. He obviously did. He won 2 championships during LeBron James, after LeBron James came to the league. But you're saying that LeBron James won more championships during Kobe's prime. When was Kobe's prime to? Are you going to say that Kobe's prime was all the way to 2016? That was Kobe's prime? No, it wasn't. Not even close. So like I said, we can argue a year here, a year there. If you want to say it was 2000 or 2012, if you want to say it was 2002 to 2012, or 2001 to 2013, it's in there. LeBron James did not win more than Kobe Bryant. But anyways, what did LeBron James do during that time? He stacked up teams during that time. While Kobe Bryant was in the league, we don't do prime or peak, none of this stuff. While Kobe Bryant was in the league, LeBron James made several super teams. The Miami Heat team, and then he stacked up a team in Cleveland while Kobe Bryant was still in the league. Something Kobe Bryant never did. So you're trying to celebrate championships that LeBron James won on a super team and make it seem as if he was dominating Kobe Bryant. As he was dominating Kobe Bryant's era. They're not in the same era. I mean, the person says on top of that, Kobe didn't have a winning record in the NBA Finals during LeBron James' time in the NBA. What are you talking about? He never had a losing record in the Finals, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was 3-0 in the Finals. Then he was 3-1. I mean, lost in 2004 to the Pistons. 3-1 in the finals, the Lakers were. Then they were 3-2 when Kobe Bryant led them to the finals in 2008. They lost to the Boston Celtics, right? So he was 3-2 in the finals. Then they won in 2009. That's 4-2. Then they won again in 2010. That's 5-2. When the hell did Kobe Bryant not have a winning record in the finals, man? What are you talking about?
So you saw that there. Now, I want to say this. He was bringing up 2 points, and I kind of like expanded it. The first point he was making was, what if Michael Jordan replaced Dwayne Wade on the team? Do you think he lets LeBron James collapse the way that he did? The way Dwayne Wade did, right? Do you think he lets him fall apart? He said there's no way that team goes 2-2 in the finals if Michael Jordan is LeBron's teammate. That's number one. But then I'm taking it a step further, and I think Sports and Fitness Rants has asked this question as well. What if you replace LeBron James with Michael Jordan on those Miami Heat? You give him the exact same team, D Wade, everything is the same, except you're switching out him with LeBron. What do you think the outcome is? I think the outcome is 4 championships in a row. That's what I think. I think you never see anything like what you saw in 2011. You don't see that. Michael Jordan would have led all of those guys. He would have led them. And this is the point that I'm making. If you compare the talent that LeBron has played with versus Jordan, it's laughable. LeBron has played with 75 All-Stars. 75. Jordan had nowhere near the talent that LeBron had. Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. And still found a way to accomplish more in less time. LeBron, if he was in high school, he would be a super senior at this point, bro. A super senior. He's like the dude that gets straight A's in all of his classes, but keeps failing that one class, so they won't let him graduate high school. He's a super senior. That one subject he needs to pass, he can't pass it, but he does well in everything else, so he keeps getting left back. And everybody's like, man, but isn't it impressive how long he's been doing so well? It's like, yo, bro, he got a beard. He got a beard. He's 27 years old in high school. But people want you to cheer for him. Not the dude that graduated early, then went on to get his doctorate in 3 years, or get or get a whole bunch of doctorates and stuff like that, and PhD and all of that. But you want us to keep hyping this dude. But this is the question I have to ask for you, LeBron fans, you twerking ass. You know what? If you replace Michael Jordan with with LeBron James on that Miami Heat team, how many championships are they winning? How many? My answer is 4 in a row. Well, we already know what LeBron did is 2. And that man dropped a stink bomb in 2000. You ain't never seen nothing like that in your life. And this the dude y'all bringing. Y'all want to compare to Kobe Bryant in his prime? What? Man, if y'all don't knock it the hell off, man. Shout out to Sports and Fitness Rants, man. I'm going to catch you on the next show. I'm out.